Good morning, dear children. I hope you all are enjoying these Pongal holidays. Do you know about Pongal? Pongal is a Tamil word. It means overflow. This festival signifies good wishes, wealth, abundance, and prosperity. Pongal festival is celebrated for 4 days. The 4 days of Pongal festival are known as Bohi, Surya, Mattu, and Kanam. Now we enjoyed these 4 days of Pongal festival with the sugarcane and Pongal. Okay, children, we will continue with our chapters.
Okay, children, now we will continue our chapter 9, Introduction to C++. Last class we discussed about history of C++, benefit of learning C++, and token and its types. In this video, we will learn the topic I/O operators, that is input-output operator. Okay, dear children, let us start with input operator. This is the input operator. This input operator is used to extract the value through the keyboard and assign it to a variable. That means it gets the value from the keyboard and store it into a variable. Its syntax is cin input operator variable. Here cin is the identifier. It identifies the standard input device keyboard. When we are enter or type the data in the keyboard, this cin get the value, then the input operator is send that value into the specified variable. Okay children, now we will see one example. Cin input operator num semicolon. Here cin is the predefined identifier and num is the variable. When the user type the number, for example, the user is typing number 10, this cin identifier get that value 10 from the keyboard. Then the input operator send this value, this 10, to the variable num. So, now the num has the value 10. Did you get me? Then, input operator is also known as stream extraction operator or get from operator. Okay children, now we will see the next operator, output operator. It is an output operator. This operator is used to take the value from the variable or string and send it to the output devices such as monitor. Syntax is cout output operator variable or constant or expression. Here cout is the predefined identifier which identifies the monitor as the output device. Okay children, now we will see one example for this output operator. For that I am taking 2 lines of program. Num equal to 10 semicolon cout output operator num semicolon. Here num equal to 10. That means it stores the value 10 to the variable num. So num has the value 10. Did you get me? Next line is cout output operator num. This output operator take the value from the num variable. Num has the value 10. That value take from num, then send it to cout identifier. This cout identifier identifies the output device monitor. So this num value 10 is displayed on the monitor. Did you get me? Okay children, now we will see about cascading of input-output operator. The multiple use of input and output operators in a single line statement is known as cascading of input-output operator. Did you get me? Here is the one example. Num equal to 20. Cout output operator A equal to output operator num. Here two lines of program. First line that 20, the value 20 is stored in the num variable. Second line that is a cout statement. Here two output operators are there. Here first one is represent the string. Already we studied what is string, the sequence of character enclosed with a double quote, that is a string. So that string is as it is in the double quote, that will be printed on the monitor. So it print A equal to on the monitor. Then next one is num. Num is the variable. Already this num has the value 20. So it display the value 20 on the monitor. What is the output will get in the monitor? A equal to 20. Here two output operator is used in the same line, same statement. So it is the cascading of output operator. Did you get me? Okay children, let us start our first C++ program that print a string welcome to programming in C++ on the screen. Here is the program. Observe carefully. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lines of program. This program include the basic elements that every C++ program has. Let us have a look at these elements. Now we will take first line of program, /C++ program to print a string. This is a command statement, a statement that begin with a /, then that statement is treated as a command statement. These command statements does not executed by the compiler. It simply ignore it. These lines are only for the user. Just understand what happened in this line. For that purpose only these command lines are used. Then second line of this program is #include iostream.h. Every C++ program is begin with a hash symbol. Hash symbol is a preprocessive directory. These statements are processed before the compilation process starts. So that is called a preprocessive directory. Here in this program we included iostream.h. This statement tells the compiler to include the header file iostream. What is the use of this iostream? It is used to implement the input and output functionality in our program. Okay children, now we will see the third line of this program, that is void main. C++ program has many functions. The starting point of this every C++ program is main function. This function include executable statements. Okay children, now we will see the next lines 4, 5 and 6. Here 4 and 6 are braces, that is open brace and close brace. We are saying curly braces. These braces are used to group the statements, group the lines of program. That we are saying block of code. Did you get me? Inside the block, fifth line is there. What is the fifth line? Cout output operator welcome to programming in C++. Already we studied about this statement. In this statement, first output operator. What is the job of this output operator? This output operator take these string values to the cout object. Cout object. What the cout will do? Cout will be identify the output device. Which is the output device here? Monitor is the output device. So it print the message welcome to programming in C++ in the monitor. Did you get me? This is our first simple program. Okay children, we will move to the next topic, types of error. There are three types of error. They are syntax error, semantic error, runtime error. First we will see about syntax error. The error occur in the grammatical rule of C++. That is the syntax error. Understand? Example, see this line. In this line, what is missing? Here semicolon is missing. We know the C++ program, every statement is terminated with a semicolon. Here semicolon is missing. So that is the grammatical mistake. So it is a syntax error. Did you get me? Then next, second type of error is semantic error. The grammar is correct, but in the error in the logic. We cannot get the correct answer. The program is not producing the exact result. That is the semantic error. It is also called logic error. Then next one is runtime error. This error occurs when the program is execution. When the program is executing, that time error is occurred. That is the runtime error. Okay children, now we will see the some of the topic we left in the previous classes. First one is assignment operator. Assignment operator is used to assign a value to a variable. That means the right hand side value or expression that will be stored in the left hand side variable. Here equal to is a simple assignment operator. Here some more different assignment operators are there. That assignment operators are called shorthand assignment operator. They are plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, slash equal to, modulo equal to. Okay children, now we will see the conditional operator. Question mark colon is a conditional operator. It is also called ternary operator. It has three operands. That's why it is called ternary operator. Instead of if-else statement, we are using this conditional operator. About this operator, we can see in the later chapters. Okay children, now we will see the other operators. The comma operator, size of operator, pointer operator, component selection operator, class member operator. This operator symbol shows here. Read it. Okay children, now we will see the last token. What is the last token? Punctuator. Punctuators are symbols that is used to construct the C++ program. It is also called separators. Some of the punctuators are here. First one is curly braces. Already we studied. These curly braces are used to group the statement. So that statement is called compound statement. Then next one is parenthesis, open bracket and close bracket. These parentheses are included in the function calls and function parameters. Then next one is square bracket. It indicates the single and multi-dimensional arrays. These arrays are we can study in the later chapters. Next one is comma. Comma is used as a separator in the expression. Next punctuator is semicolon. Every C++ program is terminated with semicolon. Next one is colon. This colon is used to label a statement. Next one is double slash. That is already we studied. That is a command statement. If you want to represent single line command, you can use the double slash. If you want to represent in multi-line command, that time you can use slash star, then lines of command, then next star slash, finish it star slash. Did you get me? These are the punctuators available in the C++ program. Okay. Thank you dear children.